As you rest here in Makarasana or any comfortable resting pose, just begin to notice the breath without changing it. Notice any sense of being able to release physical tension as you relax the body all the way to the earth. Become aware of your reaction to resting. Does it feel welcome and enjoyable, or is there a challenge in coming to stillness and releasing the grip, as Babaji has been talking about so much the past few months? And there's no need to judge, but just notice if you have resistance or if you feel really spacious. Start to feel the space of the abdomen gently pressing into the mat as the natural breath enters the body. And also become aware of the back of the heart and the back of the navel. See if you can keep the spine neutral as you breathe so the low back arch doesn't increase. And then we'll start to move a little bit. And so gently bend the knees so the soles of the feet are pointed towards the sky. The knees can come as wide as feels comfortable and spacious in the pelvis. And then ever so subtly start to windshield wiper the feet from side to side and make sure the knees feel spacious and there's no pressure on the inside or outside of the knees as you do this. Let the movement be really tiny. That's actually going to encourage your deep core to turn on and give you something subtler to feel. Try moving slower and smaller. And then gently allow the legs to float back down. Reach the right arm forward. Bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder and gently push into the left hand to roll onto the right side. If this isn't comfortable on the right arm, make any adjustment. The right arm can point forward, the elbow can bend. Make sure you feel safe and supported, and then rest the head on the arm. The knees can bend any amount that allows you to relax here and feel supported. And then close the eyes if that feels safe. And imagine you're no longer a completely solid form. Imagine the body ever so gently softening and melting, and let yourself start to pull slightly forward, just an inch or two, becoming more viscous, like chocolate melting. And then try the same thing, just an inch or two back. Continue to watch the breath without changing it. And imagine that this side lying position could release all tension from the right side of the body, if you're willing to let it go, and completely melt and soften and be spacious. And if at any point your body is craving something that I don't cue, please follow that urge. And if I cue something that your body doesn't enjoy or takes you out of a sense of spaciousness, please adapt, skip it. And then let the rocking forward and back get smaller and smaller until you find a place to rest on the right hand side. And we're going to play a little bit with balancing. So start to straighten the legs and flex the feet, and notice if it's a little bit harder to steady yourself here, and just be patient with that. You can even hover the top hand and feel what the body has to do to support itself. Watch the next breath. And then gently start to push down into the right leg, and notice how the left leg gets a little lighter, and you can let the left leg just float for a moment and then release it. Top arm can do whatever it wants. It can rest on the side body. Take a couple of these leg floats by just becoming more grounded in the right leg, and don't even think about the left leg doing any work. And then set the top leg down, and we'll try the same thing with the upper body. So stack the arms, top arm reaches overhead, gently push down into the bottom arm and bottom side body, and let the head get light, and then release. Try this a couple of times. And then if it's going well and you want to play a little bit, you can do both the arm and leg at the same time. Wobbles are okay. Smiles are great. If you want to sync this with your breath, I enjoy exhaling as I lift to help stimulate the deep core and the diaphragm support. And then the next time you rest everything down, allow the top hand to slide in front of you so you can gently roll back onto the belly, just melting like you practiced before. Pause, forehead down. You can stack the hands like Makarasana or anything that's comfortable, and just be for a moment. Release the need to know what's happening next. Enjoy the stillness, enjoy your breath. And we'll do that same sequence on the other side. And if you set up in the way I described, you'll be rolling away from me. But hopefully my cues and the fact that we already did it will help you know what's happening. We'll take one breath to absorb before we swap. So now the right hand slides down, gentle pressure into the right palm to stack the body onto the left side. Rest the head, bend the knees so it's easier to be balanced on the side body. And then gentle melting movements, letting the body drift forward and back. Less is more. And the magic is, the smaller the movements are, the more awareness you need to be able to feel what's happening. So notice that brightness of your awareness dialing up. As you rock forward and back, you might notice a part on the left side of the body that needs a little extra love, maybe towards the outer hip or even the shoulder. Feel free to shine the light of your awareness there as you gently melt away tension. And then as you're ready, movement gets smaller and smaller until you find a balance point at center, and play with straightening the legs out. Lift the top arm, and there might be a wobble moment. That's okay. Let your body figure that out, and then allow the right arm to be comfortable. So it can rest anywhere. It can reach overhead or come to the hip. Flex the feet. Take one more breath here, and then start to push down into the bottom leg so the top leg gets weightless. And notice how effortless that work can be. Take a few pulses like that, feeling that less is more quality, right? You don't have to turn any muscles on. The leg just naturally floats, and that's our goal for our movements today, just that natural, effortless movement. Take one more, and then we'll switch to the upper body. Arms will stack, so the right arm will reach overhead, and then gentle downward press with the left hand, left shoulder, left side body, head and arm get light. Take as many of those as you want. Nice, beautiful quality of movement, everyone. And then if you want to play with both the arm and leg, you're welcome to try that. Just feeling that lightness. Place the right hand in front of you and slowly glide it away so you can return onto the belly. Do whatever you want with the arms, just like before. And we pause at center just for a breath, breathing into the heart, feeling what's available there in this moment as you relax. And then drag the hands back underneath the shoulders. Push into the hands to send the hips back to the heels. Melt the forehead to the earth and push into one shin at a time. And notice how the spine reacts and starts to sway from side to side. And you can massage the forehead gently without any effort, just like we've been practicing.